So, good evening, everybody. I think I just looked at the watch. It's 9 o'clock right now. It's 10 o'clock where you're at. Well, if you're in California, Pacific Standard Time, it's 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock, this is how much light we still have. But what I wanted to go over with you guys is Greg and I are trying to get everything buttoned up. So, some of you guys I've sent a text to and talking about the weather. So, I got all my wet weather gear out ready to go. We are committed to get to the Arctic Circle, and there's a couple of iconic. And I gotta tell you, yeah, the mosquitoes are out. These mosquito nets are working really good. My mosquito repellent's working really good, and this device, this I just forgot. Oh, the Thermacell. Look these things up, man. Look up if you want to chase the mosquitoes away. Look up Thermacell. Another YouTube video. I haven't really done a good review on it, but they come with these little blue pads. And this little gas tank thing has just been lasting all day long, but we think it really abates the mosquitoes, because I just went over there by the tent, and there were a bunch of mosquitoes. There's no mosquitoes where we're sitting. So, anyways, so Greg and I have decided we're going to try. There's McGregor with his mosquito net on. So we're going to do this. It's a big storm coming through, so I think it's Friday night. No, it's Thursday night. So it's Thursday night. We were overall successful with getting the tires and the oil change done. You guys heard what I had to say about that. The tire thing really frustrated me because I carried the wrong tire all this way up, and it's really hard to find tires up here. So I carried all the tires up. The funny thing is that the tire I carried would actually fit Craig's back wheel. So we're here at the campsite, kind of not real frustrated, we're just taking things cautiously. There will be moisture tomorrow on the tents. There was condensation on both of our tents today, so things will get wet to that extent. But if you guys look up the forecast for Fairbanks, or look up all of Alaska, man, it's just gonna dump. It's gonna dump a lot of rain all day tomorrow. But I think when we get up, we might have to deal with some condensation. If we get out of here by 9 a.m., the rain is going to start coming in, and we're going to encounter rain. So I'm going to gear up ahead of time. Even though it's not raining here, I don't want to pull over the side of the road and start putting stuff on while it is actively raining on us. That just gets too miserable. But just look up the weather forecast on what we're dealing with. The more the weather pattern has shown what it's going to do as far as dumping rain on the Dalton, the less chance we're going to go anywhere past Coldfoot. So as you progress forward, a couple of the iconic things that we want to stop off at, leaving Fairbanks, the first thing we're going to do is stop at the Dalton, the sign that says, beginning the Dalton Highway, which I want to say is Highway 11. And we want to put a sticker there, as long as it's not raining. So that's the first stop, is that iconic Dalton Highway start. The next thing you experience is the Arctic Circle sign, which we'll stop off there and take some photos. And some people just turn around at that point and come back to Fairbanks. But we do want to get to Coldfoot. Unfortunately, per weather forecast, by the time we arrive into Coldfoot, it should be actively raining at about 95%. Now, what does that mean? Torrential rains, drizzling rains, broken rain, I don't know. But it says 95% by the time we get into Coldfoot at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., it will actively be raining. Now, they do have these small, trailer rooms you can get for the night. If we can get one of those, great, rather do that than try to break camp, because we're not going to have enough time to hit Coldfoot to turn around and come back. But we're beginning to think that getting all the way out to the Dalton, all the way out to Purdue Bay, is not going to happen. After we figured out the whole tire thing, you guys saw the video where we ran up to the maintenance thing. Now in the video, I got to correct myself, because Greg just told me there was a charge. There was a charge to use that facility. I thought it was free, but he said it was like $10 or $15 for every hour, which I thought was kind of pricey. We were only there for maybe an hour at most. We just did oil changes, checked. The KLR, I had to check some bolts and stuff. But you guys saw that video. There's a cool bay, and I think doing it all over again, I probably would pay for it instead of doing it here at the campsite, where you can drop stuff in the dirt. And they have the drain pans for us and stuff like that. So I was just looking at the camera. You can kind of tell. You can kind of tell that there were some bugs flying around. I have my mosquito net up, but sitting next to this thermosol thing. So now Greg's going to be. I was the one carrying the 2 tires, and now Greg's going to be carrying 2 tires. I might try to put one on my bike, and that's Greg's bike cover. It's on the power bank thing. And I'll cover mine up. But that's what it looks like today. I'm probably not going to do. I'll probably do photos. I probably won't do any filming because I think it's just going to be go, go, go. I mean, especially if we have to fight through this rain coming through. My friend Jason Check said, you know, I got frustrated on my Route 66 trip when all these tight plans were failing, and he said, hey, you know, planning is essential, but your real adventure begins when your plans fail. Well, so we do believe we're going to get to the Arctic Circle, and I'm hoping Coldfoot at least. You know, a little bit beyond, there's a place called Wiseman Campsite, you know, but then we have another adventure. Maybe we head down south, go to the Kenai Peninsula. We'll make the most of the time. We're not just going to sit here and, you know, be sorry for ourselves. But one thing I did do, I went to mention this, is that, you know, it's kind of cool being retired military. I was able to use their clothing sales, and I got a really nice second set of long johns. They're a newer material. They fit a little bit more snug than what I wanted, but I was able to get some longer thermal clothes because I know it's going to be cold. The other ones I had got a little bit wet, so I had one set with me, and I tried to travel light. I didn't think I was going to need to carry 2 sets, but you know, at least we're on a military place that has some. This looks like the shirt I was wearing earlier today, but it's not. It's a thermal shirt I got today at the military clothing sales, whatever you want to call it, here on this Army installation, Army post. So that's about it. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a last video today to let you know what to expect. You probably won't get a video tomorrow until we get to Coldfoot, unless I do something with the helmet cam, but I got to remember to keep it the tube clean. I do have some helmet cam footage I haven't sent up yet, so maybe I'll do this after this video. So thanks for following along. You can probably hear a little bit of disappointment in my voice for thinking that we're not going to be able to go to the Arctic Ocean proper, but we're making the most of this trip. Arctic Circle is good enough, and I've done more than I've ever done on a motorcycle in my life. And who knows, you know, we will have other adventures that we'll be able to share with you folks. All right, like, subscribe, get out there and ride if that's your passion. If it's not, like I always say, if you didn't do it yesterday, don't wait till tomorrow. I know it's late in today, but you know, plan on it, get it done. Good night, everybody.